can't believe you did this to us. What are we supposed to do now? I have ballet class tomorrow. Who's gonna take me? Who's gonna my graduation? Not you.
Son, you gotta go. Be brave in this world. Don't let anyone see your scars. Son, you gotta go. Be a man in this world. You can make it if you try real hard. Don't be a lemon in a world of grapes. Eat your watermelon and be a better man than Don Lemon.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Don Lemon has made his first appearance outside of a federal courthouse where the federal government has charged him with 2 counts of crimes. He's facing years in prison, tens of thousands of dollars in fines, and Don Lemon, well, I think is very guilty because he live streamed all of his crimes. It's going to be pretty obvious. I think a slam dunk case, but nonetheless, I want to talk about something that is actually more perilous for the Trump administration charging this, which is that Don Lemon makes all lemons about Don Lemon, and he'll turn lemons into lemonade because Don Lemon is a black hole narcissist who loves himself. He's 60 years old. He's a man-child, and he's in this situation because of all those things. And so when Don Lemon storms a church and live streams it, it's because he thinks that he can do no wrong. He doesn't really have the brain cells, the frontal lobe capacity, the brain stem to see otherwise. He's so dumb, and it's provable in his statements outside of the courthouse after being released by the judge. He was released without bail. He's not really a flight risk, frankly. I don't think Don Lemon would even know how to apply for a passport or get through TSA by himself. Nonetheless, here we go. This is what Don Lemon was charged with, and let's get through all of the news, and I'll play what Don Lemon said. Indictment unsealed by the court. He's charged with 2 federal felonies for participating in the attack on City's Church in St. Paul. Count 1, 18 U.S. Code 241. This is conspiracy against rights of religious freedom in place of worship. This is the so-called KKK Act. Yes, they did it. They charged Don Lemon with the KKK Act. Count 2, U.S. Code 248, Base Act, to injure, intimidate, interfere with the exercise and rights of religious freedom in a place of worship. Full indictment in replies. You can see here, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the paperwork. And what you can see in the actual paperwork here is that there were a number of instances where children were threatened, where children were wrongfully imprisoned. They were kept inside of their Sunday schools as protesters screamed at them, threatened them, spit on them. And it's evil stuff here. It's incredibly dark. And, you know, honestly, if we had a fair justice system, then no one would even be batting an eye at this, because obviously nobody cares about attacks on journalists when it's Nick Sotor, Nick Shirley, Savannah Hernandez, Cam Higbee, James O'Keefe, Andy No. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares when journalists are charged who were running into the Capitol building during January 6th, only the right-wing journalists. And honestly, you don't care if you even make up charges like you did against Donald Trump in order to try and put him in prison. The left has absolutely no grounds to stand on this. Nonetheless, they released Don Lemon without bail to wander outside. Don Lemon's husband was there too. Remember, all white men are bad. Just a reminder, all white men are bad. What happened to Don Lemon inside of the court? Let's read that, and then we'll play you his comments outside the court. You weren't allowed to film inside the court. Don Lemon blows a kiss to LA Mayor Bass. So the Los Angeles mayor is there, and these are details from a Fox reporter. So Don Lemon is kissing the woke mayor of Los Angeles. Of course, they'll let half of LA burn. And LA is a third world sunken failed city under her leadership. It's terrible. Don Lemon was the last person to enter the courtroom. Everyone, including the judge, was already seated. He was escorted in without restraint by U.S. Marshals. He sat at a defense table next to his lawyer. The only time Lemon spoke was when he was asked a series of questions by the judge as to whether he understood the charges against him and his rights in the case. To all the questions, he offered a very strong message, a variation of yes, yes, your honor, or yes, ma'am. Lemon was wearing a tan suit, matching tanless collared shirt, and saw him wave and blow a kiss at the mayor who was seated in the front row. Got it. I also saw Lemon offer several winks to multiple people in the area and smile at them, perhaps to his husband, who was seated in the second row behind Baz. Lemon was attentive at the proceedings. Okay, here we go. Here's Don Lemon's humiliating script read. It's hard without a teleprompter after
I need sunglasses.
arraignment.
Good, okay. How are you? Wow. Can everybody hear me? Are you guys set? Everybody ready? So look, I want to thank everybody for their support. It truly means the world to me. I had no idea what's going on because obviously I haven't seen anything. I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever.
This is so humiliating.
Last night, the DOJ
look at him reading
sent a
off
team
that.
of federal agents
Does
to
this
arrest
dude
me in
know
the
how
middle
to
of the night
talk without reading
for
off a
something
prompter?
that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news.
He's
the
reading a
First
note card.
Amendment of the
He's literally
Constitution
his
protects that
eyes
work
are down
for
the
me
entire time.
and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.
It's incredibly unimpressive. It's insanely unimpressive. Don Lemon was asked if he was participating or a journalist in the St. Paul church storming. He was a participant. He has it on his live feed that he was helping them plan this event where they stormed the church. I mean, it's a criminal event where he stormed the church. Don Lemon asked if he should have left St. Paul's church after children were scared. Don Lemon says, no, that was the point of me being at St. Paul's church. He said so. The point of this was to terrorize children. This is what he said. Don Lemon was released without bail less than 24 hours after the arrest of the storming of Baptist Church. Meanwhile, Trump supporters were held in isolation for months and years. This is how they were found after January 6th, as a matter of fact. In case you forgot why Don Lemon was arrested, he was terrorizing children. He said the goal was to terrorize children. This is a video of a journalist, Steve Baker. He worked for The Blaze. He was arrested, handcuffed, dragged into a police car in front of the cameras. I can't believe they arrested Don Lemon. All these people who helped President Trump in Georgia. Some of them working in the White House today, actually. Like this guy, for instance. Maybe you know him. Like that guy. Can't believe they arrested Don Lemon. That's right. Why was Lemon charged? Can we stop lying here? This is a grand jury indictment laying out why Don Lemon was charged. At the pre-op briefing, Lemon and other conspirators, where they were going, they knew where they were going. On camera, Nikita Armstrong, she's also charged, says Lemon knows the location. He was hiding it from the audience. Disrupt business as usual at the church. You can read everything inside of the indictment in the grand jury documents. The grand jury documents say that they planned to attack a Christian church, and they planned to attack the Christian church because it was white. Don Lemon has straight up said this. These are not only federal crimes, these are like hate. These are hate crimes, right? That's what Don Lemon did. They're going to try and make him a hero. He's not a hero at all. In fact, he's the dumbest man to ever have a job in journalism. Just don't take my word for it. Take it from the biggest name in all of journalism. The biggest name in all of media in the world is Joe Rogan. And here's him perfectly summing up Don Lemon.
And if we're watching these, I've been covering the riots nonstop. I'm sorry, protests. The completely organic protests, which are totally organic.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting to watch. I was watching one the other day. We were live, and it was Don Lemon. And he had showed up in Minnesota. And the first thing Don Lemon does, right? I hate Don Lemon, by the way. But the first thing he does...
He is one of the dumbest motherfuckers that has ever gotten on television.
He's terrible.